Hi everyone, this is Sengdan Maran from Myanmar. So today I'm going to present about mapping Asian Christianity in the context of the world Christianity. It's by David M. Johnson. This video will be my initial draft video of my DH5. So let's move to my topics. My first slides will be about the relationship between academic theology and eclectic theology. A systematic theologian presenting about the universal truth, but it is not easy to understand within the discipline of systematic theology. To acknowledge that the relative importance of different aspects of the truth, for example, such as Trinitarian theology, pneumatology, um, Mariology, ecumenism, etc. There are four disciplines of theology. One is biblical theology, second is historical theology, and third, systematics or dogmatic theology, and the fourth is practical theology. And during the medieval periods, European university has faculties of theology in which the teaching were approved by the church, and what they taught was essentially what the church taught. These slides will be discussing about what academic theologians are interested. Academic theologians are interested in the way in which Bible should be understood. Some saying the way in which theology biblical insights relates to theology more generally, the way in which theology relates to contemporary science and philosophies. This slide is talk about Orthodox scholars usually work on within the framework of the academic agenda. Later on, the contribution of Orthodox theology and tradition has generally been welcomed as an important contribution to a broader understanding of theology. Even within the Roman Catholic Church, the teaching authority of the Church has generally remained distinct from Roman Catholic theologian. So this slide is about contextual theology. First, I'm going to discuss about Minjung theology. Many contextual theologies are developed according to the Tanger situation in their respective countries, especially Korean, China, Japan, and Indian and Hong Kong, etc. The development of Minjung theology is become the story of those who suffering under the South Korean dictatorship. But it's not just a uh, suffering, not just a theology, but it just also uh, related to the rather different economic and political situation in Korean. So also a theology with political revolutionary implication. This slide is about contextual theology. Second, Buffalo theology. The Japanese theologian Kazuo Kitomori published his book, The Theology of the Pain of God, in 1946. Also, he also strongly influenced by the categories of Lutheran systematic theology, also represented an engagement with Buddhist idea, not least in the particular understanding of pain. Kitamori's approach was reappraised by Kosuke Koyama in his Water Buffalo theology. So Dalit theology. This was the context for Dalit theology in Indian and Minjung theology in Korea. The term Dalits refer to as untouchables, the lowest rank in the Indian caste system. Kim Jong wrote, "It is a central understanding of biblical wisdom that the life of victims, the Minjung, for example, the poor, oppressed, outcast, and alienated, orphans and widows, etc., has pride of the place in the sharing of the gospel." Third World Theology. The Third World Theology had risen as a movement of liberation for the poor and oppressed from their suffering in the unjust and oppressive structures. Women Liberation Theology. Women in Asia had been made voiceless. Asian women are characterized, oppressed as a double, triple, or quadruple. There was a consultation on Asian Women Theology on Christology at Singapore in 1987. They had two essays. Is the topic is Asian Face of Jesus. This is my conclusion and reflection about my presentation. In the last parts of my presentation, I'm prepared three questions for everyone. So first is why contextualization is important. Second is why what is the systematic theology and its relationship with other theological disciplines, academic theology and eclectic theology. The third is what are similarities between theology and religious study. And thank you so much.